everyone, it's Amy here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So today I'm going to be doing my spring TBR video. Now I don't often do TBRs on my channel just because I'm really bad at sticking to TBRs. I generally do them for a longer period of time, like for a whole season, i.e. spring, or like a whole year. So I've got like a selection of books that I want to read in the whole year rather than saying you've got to read these books in the month, because invariably I will do that and then not want to read those books that I've picked. So today I just have 8 books that I want to share with you that I'm going to be reading over the next few months. First up we have The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. Now I have seen many people rave about these books and get really excited because the new one has come out and I've seen all the hype and I'm like, oh, I want to be involved in that hype. And I've heard that this is like it's going to be like a 7-book series and they're on number 4 I think at the moment, so I'm kind of jumping on the train hoping that I get into them so that then I can join the hype in later books. My lovely friend Ashley over at Frolic Through Fiction recently made a video where she shared 50 reasons why you should read this book, and so I'll share that around here if you want to go and watch that because it definitely sold me. Planning a little video with this one soon, so you'll definitely be seeing more of it in the month of March. Next up we have another book that I've seen a lot of recently, and that is My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. All that I know about this one is that it follows a 15-year-old girl who forms a relationship with her teacher. I definitely find that I'm drawn to darker fiction like this, like not horror, but stuff that is just a little bit twisted, and that I think is what this is going to be. I've seen so much of it everywhere, so I'm definitely keen to pick this one up soon. Another book that I'm definitely going to be reading in March is The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Harrow. I'm reading this one as a buddy read with my lovely friend Laurie over on Instagram. Again, I'll link her down below if you want to go and see her. We both decided that this was a book that we'd really enjoy reading together. This one follows the main character, January, who works in a big kind of manor house and looks after these artifacts for this man, and one day she finds a book and it seems as if maybe she slips into the story or does something along those lines. It definitely gave me the Starless Sea vibes when I read the back of the book, and I loved the Starless Sea, so I do hope it is like that because I feel like it could become a favourite if it is. So you'll probably see this one in my March wrap up at the end of the month. Another one that I'm really keen to pick up soon, which I think will be really nice for springtime, is The House at Riverton by Kate Morton. Now I actually have 2 copies of this, so what I think I'm going to do is read this with my fiance Mark. For the last like 3 years we keep saying that we should read a book at the same time as each other so that we can talk about it, and so now I've got 2 copies of this one for some reason. I figured we may as well do it with this book and see how we feel about it. If you watch my favourite books of 2020 you'll know that Kate Morton was one of my top authors of the year. I read The Forgotten Garden and absolutely adored it, so I'm hoping I have a similar experience with this one. All of her books have a very quaint countryside English kind of feel to them, but with mystery and family tragedy, family drama type thing going on, and so I think it's going to be one that I really enjoy. A book that I found on Scribd as both an audiobook or an ebook, so I have all the options about how I want to read it, is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. Everyone is raving about this one at the moment. It's a fantasy read that has an Asian setting, so I believe it pulls from both Chinese and Japanese kind of cultures and that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm so excited. Can't wait to read this one. A classic that I would like to read this spring would be Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. Now this is a book that I've had on my shelf for a very, very long time, and lots of people recommend this one to me and I see it on Instagram and all of that kind of stuff, so it's definitely one that I think I will enjoy. I just haven't got around to reading it yet. So we follow a main character, Anne, I believe, and that is pretty much all I know about this one. I think she goes to like live with some people and then we follow her story, but I'm almost glad that I don't really know a lot about it, so I won't have any preconceptions before I go in and I can just enjoy it for what it is. So yes, look forward to reading this one. Another ebook I would like to read is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This is another one I've seen around the place. All I really know about this one is that there's been a murder and there's an investigation, so it's a bit of a murder mystery going on. I've heard that it's got the Secret History kind of vibes to it and I really enjoy the Secret History, so I think I will enjoy this one. Hopefully I will. Final book I have to share with you today is The Confessions of Franny Langton by Sarah Collins. We basically follow our main character Franny Langton, who's been accused of murder, and the book basically follows her story and the reasons as to why she is not the murderer. Again, this is another one that I'm really looking forward to reading. I'm hoping that all of these that I've shared in this video will be either 4 or 5 star reads, because I've heard so many good things about them that I just hope they're going to be amazing. So those are all the books that I hope to read in the months of spring this year. Do let me know down below if you've read any of these and what you thought of them. What are you planning on reading in spring? Come and have a chat with me. As always, I will leave links to everything I've mentioned today down below. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I will see you soon. Bye!